So you end up getting your mom passes away.
Yep.
Was your mom's birthday on 11/11, or was that the day she passed?
11/11 is her birthday.
Her birthday, yeah. So your mom passes away from cancer. Obviously, terrible thing to lose a parent to cancer. I know it affected you a lot. You get left with whatever's left in her IRA account, I believe, which is like $19K.
It was 30 G's, but if I cash out at the time, it'd only be 19.
Right, you get hit with the capital gains and the early taxation.
Early shit, yeah, pulling out early.
So you end up with $19,000, right? How do you dispense as a young guy who'd already kind of been trapping and you know, doing your thing? Is the $19,000 invest, like, how do you invest that 19 grand? Is it studio time? Is it?
Yeah, so like, I'll tell you exactly how I invested. So basically, like, people kind of just think that maybe I just got this 19 G's and started cookies. No, I was hustling hard. And what was happening at my life at that time was the feds were pulling me off the planes.
Because you also had like money in your backyard, buried.
Yeah, I was hustling like every other trapper. But what happened is I took a series of losses, and that's why it kind of reminds me of like the position I'm in right now in life.
Because you kind of already have done this, but on a small scale.
So back then, at that time, I took a series of losses. Yeah, I got a series of losses. So one of the spots got robbed. Lost some shit in transit. Had DEA fucking with me at the airport. Had people pull me off the planes, counting my money right there in the airport. Shit was getting hot, right? I invested a bunch of money in music. I took that last little 20 bands I had buried in my mom's spot and put it into the Yoko record with Chris Brown, right?
Big Crit.
And so I was like, okay, yeah, Big Crit, Chris Brown and Wiz. So I was like, okay, now here I am with zero money left, right? Shit's hot. I can't keep trapping no more. That's exactly when I walked away. I'm like, I'm done. It's over, right? And I was like, what do I do, right? So I'm sitting there. I've got baby money I'm playing with. And this is just when I got some crazy ass information that was really, really bad. It was like the deciding factor for me walking away. And I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Like, I got music I put out. It's not really paying. Like, it's cool. I got all these albums done. Like, what do I do now? And my brother hit me. He's like, look, you know, mom left us his IRA. It's about 30 bands. You can just, you know, sit on it until a certain date and cash it, or you can cash it early and it'll probably take a little bit extra bread. So I'm like, okay, do I cash this little bread and go recop and start building up again? I'm like, nah, because I already know shit's hot. And music, I already did a bunch of music. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go put this into the bank account and try the clothing again. At this time, I'd done clothing. I tried to do cookies clothing, but I pressed up the wrong sizes. I made terrible designs. I did a bunch of women's clothing and it didn't sell at all. So I was like, do I try it again with the clothing? I'm like, fuck, I think I give it a shot again. And I just launched a Yoko video like literally like a week before.
Dope video too.
And I was wearing the cookies Thin Mint, right? Yeah. And I went to go sit down with this guy. What's his name? It's like Mazzy, you know the kid? He's like a tech dude from the Bay. He has a ponytail. He works with some rappers and shit. I went to go sit down with him. I never gave him his props on this, so I'm gonna give it now. And I'm like, bro, what do I do with the clothing? He's like, you know what you need to do? Limited, expensive. He's like, the one that you were just wearing in that video, do 100 hoodies for $100. I'm like, really? Fuck, I can't even sell fucking 5 hoodies for fucking $35. He's like, because it's not packaged right. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. So I went and printed the blue hoodie, the black hoodie with the blue print, pulled the blue strings to it, put it on my Instagram. I'm gonna do 100 of these for $100 tomorrow at 10 a.m. Boom, gone, 10 bands. And I started running that program. I did the red one, I did the gray one, I did the Raiders colorway, sold out in 30 seconds, 100 of them.
Wow.
And I ran that up until I got to 100 grand, and that's how I just started moving. And so it was like, it was weird because I already had money. I was already getting money. And right around that time when the clothing started popping, guess what started popping too?
The weed shit?
The music shit.
Oh, the music shit, yeah.
God bless me, bro. The universe blessed me. As soon as the clothing started working, music money started happening.
Yeah, because I mean, at that point in time, like I would assume around the time the clothing's starting to take off, the Taylor Gang relationship is more solidified. Everything
started happening at once, right? Because right after that video with Chris, I started building with the Wiz, and when he signed me, my shit started getting noticed a little more. So I felt like shows started happening. I was getting paid to come to Kansas City, to come to Ohio, to do shit in Fresno. I was like, I'm starting to make it like cool iTunes checks. You know what I'm saying? My checks started becoming like 20 grand a month. I'm like, damn, everything kind of fell in place. But that 19 G's was the catalyst for me to go ahead and print up those hoodies and to do those limited hoodie drops and just go crazy with it. And that's how exactly I flipped that shit.
Wow. So the finding it, like, were you getting them printed locally in the Bay?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's fire. So you said you had got a little bit of information that had kind of given you some foresight not to go back into the trapping side. Was it like that the boys were on you tough? Or?
Well, I mean, they're fucking me at LAX to this day. I do not fly into LAX. I hate it when I have to, but they're pulling me off the plane every time I go through LAX, and also in the Bay. And they pull me off the plane. They go through my bags. They tell me they knew certain things about certain people. And I was like, what are you guys doing this in public for? Like, they're not putting me in the back room. It's not like they're arresting me. They're just fucking with me hard. The information I got kind of just confirmed that shit was just all bad, right? That they thought they knew something. They were totally wrong.
If you give them, if you keep kind of giving them reasons to sniff around, like me, you know.
Yeah, they had assumptions about what I was doing. They're completely off. They're completely wrong. And it was just a good warning sign for me. Like, look, they don't know what you're up to, but they're definitely interested. So you might as well step the fuck away.
You were already a thing in the Bay before this Yoko record, right?
For sure.
You had full albums with Messy Marv, Jacka. Were you able to? Because I mean, if you think back to that kind of like 2009, 2010 like era of like the Bay, like people are still buying CDs. I'm sure you had some sort of distribution.
No, it was cool. I was fucking with City Hall Records and Ghazi. It took me from Ingrooves to Empire. But the thing I was like, that was like my hyper growth mode back then. I was like putting the money into the music. I was paying for good beats, paying for good covers, paying for good features. Like I was putting money into it. So whatever little money I made was kind of obsolete because I always put more than I was making into the projects. But by the time all the shit started hitting, whether it be the clothing or the situation with Wiz or just whatever, all that money I put in started paying off big time.
Was the White Album like the first album where you were like getting some decent rap money?
Yeah.
Because that was like 2012.
Yeah. White Album, like right after Weekend at Bernie's, like that shit kind of kicked in with the White Album and started getting paid.
Yeah. 46 albums?
I think like 46 to 47.
Something like that?
No, yeah. It's over 45.
Damn.
Recently, you got offered, I think, $10 million for your catalog. I know you have you got your label Chowders here, who's on Burn One. A lot of people would, I think. By the way, a $10 million valuation on independent catalog is
amazing, bro.
It's incredible.
If the kid back then that was fucking taking everything he made from Tree and everything else he was doing and put into albums just to have fun making music knew I can get $10 million from that, even the guy I am now, $10 million is not a little check. And it was really, really hard for me not to do it. And I guess what the deciding factor was that like I lose my control over like certain little things. Like if I sold my catalog for 10 mil, the company that was going to buy it would not allow me to use music in my recap vlogs or like and things like that anymore.
Which is crazy.
Or like if I was going to do like a content for Cookies, like a new product release, I couldn't even use the beat in the background anymore, which was like...
You wouldn't be able to use your own songs in your shit.
And we have such a good catalog as far as like beats going. Like we love to use my beats for all the Cookie shit that we do. I'm like, you sure you don't want to let me use that? It's only going to bring more attention to the catalog than not. You can't use that. You have to ask us first. So it wasn't...
I mean, you can always make some new music and then just use that instead of using the catalog that you sold.
I couldn't use it, but I have to ask every single time. I'm like, you know what? I want $10 million, but in California, $10 million is really only $5 million.
Man, that is an inspiring story. Shout out to Berner. He took $19,000 that was left from his mother after she passed away, and he basically used it, transformed it into a bunch of business ideas that eventually became Cookies, which is one of the top weed brands in the world, maybe in the world. Super inspiring, especially to somebody like me who lost both of their parents. I lost my mother when I was 3. I lost my father to cancer a few years ago. So stories like this definitely motivate me. Sometimes when you're going through some of the most darkest times in your life, he said the feds was on him too. He took a whole bunch of losses. Man, sometimes in those exact moments is when you actually receive a breakthrough. So, definitely wanted to react to that. Shout out to Berner, shout out to Bootleg Kev. Make sure that y'all comment on this video. Let me know what y'all think about this. Have you guys ever had y'all back against the wall and y'all was able to flip that and turn that around into something successful, don't let your losses discourage you. Bottom line. Okay? Subscribe to the channel. Click the post notification bell. Let's embark on a new journey. Road to 200K. Let's get it, baby. We're going to keep on climbing. Swayze.